Hello and welcome to State Soccer, broadcasting live from Cheyenne, Wyoming. We're at North Cheyenne Community Park and we're gearing up for the next contest with the Lander Valley Tigers facing off against the Torrington Trailblazers. Now, folks, there's a reason we started late, okay? It wasn't me this time. There was just a shootout between Riverton and Douglas. Riverton came out on top, but it wasn't without a contest. Now, folks, they went to the shootout. And then at the end of the shootout came out tied, which then took them to the next round, which was a sudden death shootout. It was a fantastic thing to watch. You can go check out some pictures on wyotoday.com on Facebook. All right, now taking a look at our contest ahead of us. The boys were slated to start at 11 a.m., so we're about 40 minutes late. But if we're taking a look at this matchup, Trailblazers 11-3-2, and Tigers 9-7, according to MaxPreps.com. And thanks, MaxPreps, for keeping those stats there as well. Now, it's going to be an interesting match between the boys. This is for the third place spot in this state championship, okay? So the winner will go on to win third. And then Riverton, side note, for you Fremont County listeners out there, they are the consolation champions. All right, now taking a look at today's contest, it should be pretty interesting to watch. Now, they have not faced off against the Trailblazers yet this season, but it'll be a good bout nonetheless. Now, as a heads up, partially due to original time started, I won't be able to cover this entire match between Lander and the Trailblazers of Torrington. Now, about 10 after 12, I need to pack up and head on over to the state championship game for the girls. So my apologies there, but this one did run late as getting started. Now, right now, they're warming up. You can see Torrington wearing their white uniforms. I believe Lander is wearing their black with green letters, so we'll have that here in just a sec. Let's recognize some of our great local sponsors. They're the reason this is available to you today, so please have a chance to support them. One that is a side note, Hello the House is currently remodeling, but once they reopen, they're going to have an entire kids section, a candy counter, you name it. It's the best place to buy gifts. It's my personal go-to, from soaps to jellies and jams to home decor. Hello the House is the bomb. Okay, so that being said, we'll have part of this boys game, and then we'll move on to the girls game. If you're new and you're wondering why we're not streaming video today, unfortunately there is a exclusive broadcast contract with an out-of-state company that lets it to where local companies cannot stream video. So we're doing a radio play-by-play broadcast. If you're new, just trying to make sure I keep up with that announcement. We have some parents asking on WYO today. All right, thanks, folks. Let's check out our local sponsors. Live from Cheyenne, Wyoming, I'm Rusty Wirtz, getting you started today.
Superior low-light performance. The B2 features an abaconic prism and an ocular-filled flattener specifically designed to handle dimly lit situations. Paired with extra low dispersion ED glass and fully multi-coated lenses, this premium optic produces clear, bright, and tack-sharp images. Experience the full-size B2 7x45, 9x45, and 11x45 binocular and discover what you've been missing.
Lander Labs is here to keep our Wyoming community strong. With the power of true science and innovative testing, Lander Labs can help you navigate COVID-19 in several ways. COVID tests are available to anyone. Travel tests are available and can give you the results same day or in up to 48 hours. If you can't afford a test, Lander Labs received a grant from the Lander Community Foundation offering free testing to those who qualify. After you get your COVID shot, antibody tests can be used to ensure your vaccine is protecting you the way it was intended.
Lander Labs, keeping Wyoming strong.
Attending college at Central Wyoming College's Alpine Science Institute is the perfect place to be during a pandemic. You can live in a cabin and be socially distanced in the beautiful foothills of the Wind River Mountains. The Alpine Science Institute is a multi-use educational and recreational center for degrees in outdoor education, outdoor recreation, environmental science, anthropology, and expedition science. Don't let a pandemic stop you from pursuing a degree that is full of adventure. Go to www.cwc.edu/alpinescience and make your way.
Central Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Lander Valley Soccer. With 3 branches in Fremont County, their mission is to help develop Wyoming communities with Wyoming values. From opening your first checking account to taking out a loan for a new business venture, Central Bank and Trust is your local bank and lender. Central Bank and Trust brings top-of-the-line technologies to their customers with chipped debit cards, mobile deposit, QuickBooks integration for businesses, online bill pay, and more. Central Bank and Trust. It's more than a bank, it's a community. Visit centralbankandtrust.com. Good luck and go Tigers.
When it comes to protecting your family, home, car, or business, you can count on Mountain West Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company. You deserve a local agent who is dedicated to helping you with all of your insurance needs. And that's what you'll get with Jake Hunke, your local Farm Bureau agent. Jake Hunke offers the quality products and services you're looking for. Visit his new location at 450 Main Street in Lander or call 307-332-3295 and discover the advantages of working with a local agent. Trust experience. Trust Farm Bureau.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
When you're looking for a great deal on a new or used car or truck, think Fremont Toyota. Shop over 1,000 vehicles from 12 manufacturers you know and love. Plus, they give you their best price up front, so you can be sure you're getting the best deal possible. And their state-of-the-art service facilities and expert technicians come with their 1-year hassle-free maintenance plan with all new vehicles. Fremont Toyota, they're your friends and neighbors and proud to sponsor Lander Valley High School Soccer. 103 Fremont Way in Lander. Visit FremontToyotaLander.com. Go Tigers!
Welcome back to Cheyenne's North Community Park in Cheyenne, Wyoming. All right, well, now that we're done with the double overtime / shootout / last man standing shootout for Riverton, we're gearing up for the next contest of the day here at the park, which is the Lander Valley High School Tigers up against the Torrington Trailblazers. Both teams meeting on the far sideline, getting ready for the starting lineups. Now, I have to admit, the last several days have been fantastic weather. Today, not so much. It's cold. It's been misting a little bit this morning. The grass is wet. And you could tell in the last contest when folks would go to stop, they couldn't stop as heartily as they maybe would have before. As we stated before, Lander in their dark unis. They're wearing black with green letters, white trim. And then on the opposing team, they have white kits, and it looks like they're dark red maroon as well. It will most likely be Cody Elliott if it's Cody Elliott in the teal. And then their backup is Bennett Hutchinson. Yep, not a problem. Sorry, folks. Helping clear up the starting lineups. It gets a little tricky with all of the down and back here at the pitch, but you know what? Any day is a good day for soccer. I had someone message me and go, "Why do you broadcast soccer?" Another sports broadcaster. And I have to say, I'm a super competitive person, first and foremost. Then second of all, I actually love watching our youth athletes go head-to-head like this. So glad to be here, even though I'm wearing 5 layers today. I get to broadcast from the press box. It's south here at about 12:45. I'm going to start our broadcast for the state championship game. If I'm correct, the Torrington Trailblazers will be the visiting team. Looks like Either the starting lineups were extremely quiet. We're just going to go through them ourselves here. For Torrington, we have the keeper, Kyler Shields. We have number 2, Ty Prawl. Number 4, Juan Carlos Stevens. Number 6, Cole Perriott. 8, Chase Miller. Number 10, Deegan Keith. Number 12, Joshua Stitt. We have number 13, Dewey Randall. Number 15, Luke Johnson. Number 16, Isaac Bartlett. Number 25, Austin Short. Now for the Tigers, same lineup as yesterday. We have Sam Welsh on the pitch. We also have Parker Reed. We have number 9, Gus Mosman. Number 10, Nico Loham. Number 17, McLean Hellier. We also have number 19, Camden Nickel. Number 37, Matisse Weaver. Number 46, Joe Hellier. Number 4, Silas Wheeler. And number 33, the beast on defense, Callum Wheeler, a sophomore this year for the Tigers. I can't tell if they're going to come back to do a starting lineup or not. Both teams meeting at the edge of center circle before the game gets started. We'll be here as long as humanly possible, folks. This is the third place game. I will move on to broadcast the girls in their state championship match at 1 o'clock, which means I have to get out of here about 10 after 12. Unfortunately, the game did start late, but Riverton winning against Douglas, and that was for the consolation championship. So great shootout for Riverton, and not a bad way to wrap up a game. If you want to see pictures of that shootout, head on over to wyotoday.com on Facebook. I figured since I was here, I want to thank you for joining us today. Not quite getting started yet. We have some referees checking out the goal on the right-hand side. For this first part of the game, Lander will be moving from right to left and Torrington from left to right. We didn't bother with a field mic for the moment. A, extra setup. B, it's a little windy. Can't tell if it's trying to snow or rain or just stay foggy everywhere. Also, I apologize for the sniffles. It's been a little chilly. I'll get ready to start our clock here. Looks like all the refs are set up. And whistles will start us off. Sam Welsh dropping back to the back of the circle to Matisse Weaver. He'll send forward. Now to the right of the circle to Reed. Lander taking it back to the defense. Loham will send it left to Joe Hellier. He'll go around the defense, now to the far side with McLean Hellier. Moving on past the 50. He takes it to Reed. Reed drops back. Meets up with Callum Wheeler with his pink cleats today. He had pink cleats yesterday, to be to be fair. Now Joe Hellier on the near side. Shoots it past the 50. Meets up with Torrington. That'll get bopped out of bounds on Lander. Trailblazers ball. From the touchline, coming in off of Short. He tosses in. Ball rolling back to Lander's defense, where Loham will send forward to Mosman just before the 50. He'll take it to the near side of center circle. Now down the sideline with Camden Nickel, Nickel takes to midfield. Mosman meeting up there with the Trailblazers' Johnson. Lander will drop back, send forward to about the 25. Silas Wheeler now trying to move forward. He gets met by two of the Trailblazers. He'll send left, making it to Camden Nickel with a shot on goal and palmed out and taken in by Parker Reed with 38 minutes left in this first half of play. Lander with the first score of this contest. Ideal opening for the Tigers. There was a moment where Nickel took a shot on goal and it had a beautiful curve on it. The keeper able to palm it away, and it gets taken in by Reed just as quickly. Sorry for the excitement, folks. I was really stoked about that. 38-41 to go in the first half of play. Man, I'm bummed that I don't have enough time to cover both games today, folks, but this will be a beautiful one. 38 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the first half, and they'll get us started again with the Trailblazers. That goes out past the sideline in Lander's wing. It'll be Lander ball from the near side, thrown in by Joe Hellier. Whistles. Looks like it'll be in favor of Torrington, pushing Lander back to their own box. We'll make sure our scoreboard's looking good for you. It is. Okay, perfect. It'll be a free kick for Torrington. Taking that on will be Chase Miller. Miller will back up. 3 blockers standing in front of him in the box. Miller sends forward. Torrington trying to find an opening. Lander gets it out of there. Now at the 50. Torrington takes forward, coming off the foot of Johnson. Now some back and forth near the 45. Trailblazers hone in on the danger zone. Cody Elliott comes out, narrows down the angles. That'll roll out past the end line. Goal kick for the Tigers. Loham will opt for the keeper kick. He takes it left to the near side. Joe Hellier in the wing. Hellier's going to drop back. Loham from the edge of the box sends a chip forward. Bounces just past the 50, being chased down by Silas Wheeler. Meets up with opposition from Carlos Stevens. Lander now on the far side with Reed. Now into the box. Looks like they're going to keep... Oh, they try to keep it in bounds. Gets called out by the far ref. Flag goes into the air. It'll be Lander ball. Reed going to bring it in. Toss in from Reed. He opts to go to McLean Hellier. He sends left in midfield with Mosman. They're about 25 yards out of the goal. Loham moves forward. Drops to Silas Wheeler. Wheeler playing keep away, drops back to Mosman. Mosman will send it inside the box where it meets up with Torrington's short. That gets sent back about 20 yards. Now McLean Hellier on the far side takes to Reed. Reed will punch it to the wing. It'll roll out past the end line. Trailblazers ball with 36 minutes, 8 seconds to go in the first half of play. Current score 1-0 in favor of the Lander Valley Tigers. Folks, remember this game is for the 3rd place position in this state soccer tournament. The goal kick for the Torrington will be met with the head of Weaver at the 50. Sends it forward. Taking a tumble is Silas Wheeler. He went down alongside Short, I believe. That was Johnson, my apologies. We have not played Torrington before, so I'm learning the names, folks. The keeper for Torrington, Shields, will bring it out from the box. Goes to center circle, bounces off the chest of Callum Wheeler. Lander will send it to the near side with Hellier, who takes it to Loham in center. Some back and forth. Now moving forward just before center circle with Mosman. We'll cross the center point threshold over to Reed on the far side. He takes to center with Mosman. Now working the formation to Welsh. That'll get booted with a little too much power forward. Goes unattended and to Shields inside the box. He takes a drop kick, sends it forward to the 50. Reed now at the 50. He tries to squeeze it along the far sideline to McLean Hellier. Gets taken out by the Trailblazers off the foot of Joshua Stitt. Callum Wheeler from the defense will send it left. Moving on to Joe Hellier. He'll take the center circle with Sam Welsh. Lander rushing forward now. They'll try to get a swipe on it. They were looking for a call. Now inside the box and to the far right. A score for Sam Welsh for the Lander Valley Tigers. We'll stop our timer as well, folks. That makes this a 2-0 ball game in favor of Lander. An ideal opening for the Tigers with 34 minutes, 29 seconds to go. And I've got about another 10 to 15 minutes in this broadcast, folks. I do apologize, but I have to catch the championship game as well. Although I did chat with the coaches for Lander, and they will send me some text updates, fingers crossed, for this contest as well, because we want to cover this game. Time will start again from 34 minutes. A lob by Torrington takes the ball into the box of Lander. Gets headed around by some Tigers. They'll get taken out past the side. Torrington ball. It'll be Dewey Randall bringing it in from the touchline. He takes the toss in. Opts to go to Austin Short. He'll take a lob on goal. Too much power. Goes up and over the goalpost. Substitution in for the Trailblazers. We have Grayson Shields now on the pitch. I'm going to assume he's related to the keeper Kyler Shields, so we'll now be referring to them with first names. Lander brings the ball out. McLean Hellier on the far side sends to Mosman. Mosman meets opposition from Joshua Stitt. He has blue cleats, which I have not seen yet this season. The Trailblazers have one player taking out another at the 50. Mosman moving down the far side. On the opposite side of the field, you see Camden Nickel wide open. Lander trying to play keep away. Now in the wing on the far side. Reed will have it swiped away by the Trailblazers. It'll be Lander ball. Toss in from the touch. Goes near the end line. Lander attends. Gets booted to the opposite side of the box and rolls out past the side. Lander ball. Nickel throws in. He goes back to Loham. Loham to the center with Weaver. Sends forward. Trying to meet up with Silas Wheeler. Loham gets it. Torrington giving the Tigers a little more elbow room than their contest yesterday. I think they're trying to make interceptions in mid-dribble. Mosman's going to drop back. They're at about the Torrington 40. Reed now near the far side, taking his time, dropping back to Mosman. Mosman takes it to center circle with Loham. Now Loham to the near side with Joe Hellier. Not to say I called it, but Torrington gets it mid-pass. Getting a touch on it was Grayson Shields. Back to Lander ball at the side, about the 45-yard line. The toss in goes off the foot of Weaver. He jumps to get that one. Torrington will take it back. Start forward progression near the 50. The lob coming off at the foot of Chase Miller will go forward and to the box of Lander. Gets picked up by Cody Elliott as he's faced with pressure from Prawl. He'll roll to the far sideline. Now with McLean Hellier. Torrington taking a swipe mid-pass. Couldn't quite get there. Silas Wheeler now in the circle. He'll drop to Mosman. Rolling right along the 50 to Hellier and forward. Now Camden Nickel to Welsh. He'll bop it back and into the wing. Now on the near side, Nickel looking for an opening. He tries to take it to Wheeler. Couldn't quite make it happen. Now Welsh putting heavy pressure. That'll yield a whistle. It'll be called against Lander. Looks like that infraction was against Chase Miller. You can hear sirens in the background here from the pitch. Free kick being taken on by Cole Perriott. Lander moving back through center circle with Welsh. Welsh to the far side with Reed. He has coverage on him by Luke Johnson. Lander's going to send into the box. Can someone meet it? This could be an opportunity. Shot and goal taken from the left foot of Camden Nickel. Goes up and over the goalpost. It was good placement, just maybe a little too much power. That's a goal kick for the Torrington Trailblazers. Coming out from Cole Perriott. .30 minutes, 16 seconds to go in the first half of play. Play will stay just in front of the box for Torrington. Torrington trying to move forward, gets swiped mid-pass by Weaver. He'll drop that to Silas Wheeler, and the back and forth gets him inside of the box for Lander, and shot on goal taken about a foot to the right. No good for the Tigers. Tigers taking advantage of the forward progression today. Able to make it just through the defenders for the Trailblazers. Torrington backing up to take the goal kick. Comes out from Perriott. Meets the chest to Sam Welsh. Bounces forward. With the movement from Parker Reed, he'll drop back to Weaver. He takes it to the far side, sending it to Silas Wheeler. Wheeler forward, now near the wing. Reed keeping control of the ball, although he's faced with the opposing team's Perriott. Now some forward motion, and a nice swipe by Camden Nickel. It was a sliding swipe that kept it going the right direction. Torrington trying to turn it around A lot of back and forth just before center circle on Torrington's side of the field. Forward motion by Sam Welsh. He meets the wall that is number 9, Grayson Shields. Shot on goal taken, and Parker Reed makes it to the back of the net for the Lander Valley Tigers. We'll stop our scoreboard here. There we go. All right, so a 3-0 ball game in favor of the Lander Valley Tigers. What a start to the match so far. It'll be Torrington starting off from center circle. Not to count your chickens before they hatch, but Parker Reed having a very nice game so far for the Tigers. Torrington will start us off by dropping back. They'll keep it around the circle, trying to evade Reed and Wheeler. About 28 minutes to go in the first half of play. I'll have to take off here in about 10 minutes, and I'll head on over to the state championship game. Unfortunately, this one started a bit late. Torrington moving forward to the Lander 40, taking a shot forward. Whistles will be called against Lander. Trailblazers move up. We should have some text updates coming in from the assistant coach for Lander, so thanks in advance to Derek Bile. Want to keep you updated on both games, but we'll opt to carry the girls for their championship bout. These boys today playing for third place, which if you were tuned in yesterday, or better yet, if you were here for the Warland game, the boys played a fantastic match. Torrington takes the free, and it's blocked by Cody Elliott. He palms it away in the upper right-hand corner of his goal and moves forward. He'll send it out. Torrington get a touch on it, turn it around at the 40. About the 45, actually. Moves forward. Opts to drop back to the 50, meeting up with the feet. And it looks like that time of Saucedo. Saucedo has neon kicks on. Neon orange for the pick today. Now to the sideline. That'll be Lander ball. McLean Hellier will toss in, making its way to Mosman. He'll drop back to the far side. Now to Weaver. Moving along the opposite side of center circle. He'll take it down the sideline, sends it to the wing that'll roll out of bounds. Goes unattended. Toss in from Saucedo. He'll be picked off by Silas Wheeler. Now on the far side with Reed, about 30 yards out. Weaver forward, gets taken mid-pass by Perriott. Torrington now moving past the 50 with a lob, sends it to the near wing of the Tigers. Coming out to meet the ball is Cody Elliott. He went to the very edge of the box, but his feet were still inside of the box. Mosman now to the far side with McLean Hellier. Dropping back to Callum Wheeler, who will chip forward. Now at the 50 with Silas Wheeler. Sends to Reed. Reed to center field. Bounces off of Welsh. Goes to the box with the Trailblazers. Shields will take that forward. Sorry for the sniffles, folks. It is a little cold outside. I was picking on the AD for Lander, and actually one of my old teachers at Lander. They're both wearing shorts today. Champions. Lander now near the far side. That'll get booted out. Lander ball. Substitutions in for the Tigers. We have Kellen Donahue. Trying to catch. We have Jaden Elliott. One is hiding from me in my line of sight. I believe that's Hamilton on the far side. I'll put a glass on him. Lander moves forward inside the box. It'll be called offsides on the Lander Valley Tigers. Update, that was Hamilton that was subbed in. I was double checking. Forward movement by the Trailblazers through center circle. Making it now. Lateral to the 50. Taking a chip on that one was Chase Miller. Loham sends forward to the 50 with Jaden Elliott. Now past the 50 to center circle. Torrington with a swipe, that time from Miller. I'll go to the near sideline and out. Joe Hellier ball. He'll toss backward to Loham. Sends to Reed at the 50. Matisse Weaver forward to Welsh. Now about 30 yards out. Weaver kicks it up to Donahue, who faces 4 members of the Trailblazers. Still somehow gets through. Rolls back to the 8 and gets picked up by Kyler Shields. Don't worry, I'm still keeping the brothers straight. Shields will send forward into center circle. He's taken over by Lander. Now forward with Sam Welsh. He'll stop it and drop back to Mosman. Trailblazers get a touch on it, sending it to the far side. Hamilton forward to Weaver. Weaver forward. Sam Welsh will send it into the box, rolls back to the keeper for Torrington. No good. Kyler Shields will take it to the far corner of the box. Drop kicks it out. Meets up with Hamilton. Hamilton forward to the 50. Meets up with Reed, sends him to the grass. That'll be whistled. Free kick being taken by, is that Hamilton? That is Hamilton. Un momento. Yes, that was Hamilton at the 50, forward to Mosman. A swipe by Torrington, drops it back about 10 yards. Torrington now trying to move past the 50, down the far sideline with Ty Prowl. He'll go to midfield. Torrington looking to get inside the danger zone. It'll roll inside the box, being chased down by Joe Hellier. Now to the side with Jaden Elliott, it'll go out. Dewey Randall from the touchline. Looks like he'll actually give that up. Instead, it'll be taken in by Austin Short. Folks, about another minute, and I'm going to have to pack up and head on over to the girls' match for the state championship game. We will have text updates coming in from the assistant coach of Riverton. That ball will get tossed in by Torrington, gets booted out by Sam Welsh. Torrington now down the sideline, gets picked off, that time by Reed. He'll make his way down the far side. After this forward progression, we'll call it, and I'll head on over to South Cheyenne High School. Weaver forward, now to the far side, gets lobbed away by Torrington. Meets up with Hamilton. He'll go just in front of circle with Matisse Weaver on the far side. Being chased to the wing by Kellen Donahue, gets booted out. That was by Perriott. All right, folks, unfortunately, that is it for this part of the broadcast. We will update you as much as humanly possible from the next high school. We're going to go cover the state championship game. We'll give it 1 sec here. Shot on goal taken by Mosman, and just a foot over. And that'll be it for this broadcast, folks. Current score, 3-0 in the first half of play. Sorry for the late start. There was a shootout between Riverton and Douglas where Riverton came out on top. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back at it here in just a sec with the Wind River Radio Network and WYO Today. Looking to get back in the game this year? Avoid the rush by scheduling sports physicals now with Lander Medical.